Hi, and welcome to our Bubble Art Take and Make program. This is a really fun art program. So there's a few things that you should have in your Take and Make bag. You should have a couple of containers of soapy tempera paint. This is washable paint, so if it gets on your clothes, you should be able to wash them out. But you might want to, because this is a little bit of a messy project, you might want to do this outside or put a smock on and cover your table if you're inside, okay? So a little bit of soapy, I put some soap in there, tempera paint, some pieces of paper, big paper, some summer shapes, maybe a fish, maybe a flower, a couple of shapes in there, some plastic bowls, a couple of plastic spoons, a couple of straws, and then the thing that you're going to need from home is some water. So I just put mine in a cup here, but you can get yours from the tap, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that, and maybe some paper towels in case things get messy. Okay? So those are the things in your Take and Make bag that you'll need to do this project and make some bubble art. I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll go step by step and we'll have some fun, and I hope you have fun at home. Bubble art has a great look and texture, with no two paintings ever looking alike. The design comes from the bubbles popping on the paper, and it kind of gives a new meaning to the term pop art. First, our step that we're going to do is we're going to take our bowls. See if I'll move this a little to the side so we can see. I have two bowls and I have two colors. You might have more. What you're going to do is you're going to pour each color of soapy paint into its own bowl. So this one is going to be the green. And then this one is going to be my purple. You might have other colors. That's okay. This is going to be a fun little project. And then we're going to add some water to each bowl. So I think I'm going to use my little paint cups as sort of a measuring cup, and I'm going to fill it with water. It'll thin out that paint a bit, and I'll pour it in, and then I can put that off to the side. My purple one, I'm going to pour water in, so it's not a lot of water, and the bowls are still kind of empty. And then we want to make sure that we're going to mix them so that the soapiness that's in them gets mixed all throughout the water and the paint. Mix your paint, your soapy paint, and your water. And we could leave the spoons in there because I'll show you what's going to happen later. Okay, once you have your soapy paint, a little bit of water in it, you're going to use your straw and you're going to blow some bubbles. Just like that, full of bubbles. Then you can use your spoon and your straw to try and capture those bubbles and put them on your paper. And then they can pop. Maybe we need 2 spoons to capture them. Aha, here we go, a few bubbles. Pop down on our paper. And when they pop, they will leave a different shape behind. Try this a little bit more. Oh, look how big that just scoop them over onto the paper. Look at that. And they pop as they touch the paper. Scoop them onto the paper and then they pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Should we try it with the green? What fun colors do you have? That's a whole bunch of bubbles. Put them on to the paper. Look at that, I got some to stay up. Maybe I can capture some more. It is a little tricky to get them to stay on the paper and not pop right away. But you can keep trying this. This is fun. Big bubbles, little bubbles, and then scoop them onto your paper. See, they're still there, and then when they pop, they leave a little shape. The green is working good for me. Maybe I put more soap in it. If yours seems too thin, maybe you can add a little bit of soap from your kitchen, the kind that you would have at the kitchen sink, and then try again. Don't blow them so much that they start touching your nose. And then scoop them and put them on the paper. Scoop them and put them on the paper. So this is one way of making bubble art. And then you just let it dry. And when you're done, you will have your finished art piece after all of the bubbles pop. I'll show you another thing that we can do. Get your other piece of paper. And the other way is to create bubble art paintings is to put some cutout shapes on top of the paper. You can use these summer shapes that were provided in your kit, or maybe you want to cut out some of your own shapes. Maybe we'll just do the butterfly. I think I have two here. Butterfly and a flower. You can use whatever shapes you have. Take a great big breath and blow those bubbles, and then pick them up and put them down. Sometimes they're hard to scrape off the spoon. They like to stick to the spoon. I want them to go on my artwork. So keep blowing bubbles and scooping bubbles. Sometimes they're going to go on top of your cutouts, and sometimes they're just going to go next to your cutouts. Ooh, look at that little bundle of bubbles. It's a bundle of bubbles. Put some down here. Oh, that went well. Look at all those bubbles. Should we add a little purple? Take a deep breath and blow your bubbles. Ooh, that took my whole breath. And then put them onto your artwork. Look at that. It's like a bubble bridge, right from the bowl onto the paper. I'm going to try and use my green one. See if we can pick some of these up and put them down. Pick them up, put them down. Keep blowing bubbles and make your artwork cover the whole paper, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So when you're done blowing bubbles and your paper is all covered, after the bubbles have popped and your paint has dried a little bit, you can peel up these cutouts and take a look at the shapes that they left behind. This way you can see this one is sort of a flower and this one is a little bit like a butterfly. I hope you had fun. Thank you for joining me today for Bubble Art, this take and make program. I hope you had fun creating your artwork. Let it dry before you hang it up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.